Today I choose to follow you.
Good morning. It's Monday, the 25th of July. This is Coffee with God. So I trust you got a decent cup of coffee to start this week off with. And if you have your Bibles, turn to 1 Peter 3 verse 15. 1 Petrus 3 verse 15. What a way to start the day. 1 Peter 3:15. The context is Peter's writing to the Christians, and he's saying to them, if you suffer for Christ, and make sure that you only suffer for righteousness, that you don't suffer for suffering's sake. And but then he says, in your times of trouble, but don't be troubled, but sanctify Christ as Lord in your heart. Set Christ apart as Lord of your heart. Establish him as the root, the foundation, the source of your life in your heart. The heart talks of all the inner organs that make up the life of the human being. But sanctify Christ as Lord in your hearts, always being ready to make a defense to everyone who asks you to give an account for the hope that is in you, yet with gentleness and reverence. So always out of respect for God, but also with a sense of love for the person in front of you. Give a defense, always bearing in mind that you don't compromise the truth of who Christ is in your life, but at the same time, meet the person at their point of need. Don't get high and haughty and preach down. Don't be morally superior. And then it says an interesting thing in the middle. It says, give a defense to everyone who asks you to give an account for the hope that is in you. You know, just thinking, most Christians, when you ask them, why are you a Christian? Well, I go to church. Why are you a Christian? Well, I read my Bible and I pray. Why are you a Christian? Well, I pay a tithe I'm involved in a ministry in the church. I teach Sunday school. I lead a Bible study. I'm involved in the youth. And our defense is based on the works that we do outwardly. And here, Peter's saying to us, give a defense of the hope that is in you. You see, if Christ is sanctified as Lord of your life, as Christus die prioriteit, die nommer 1 is in jou hart en jou lewe vloei uit, die liefde van Christus in jou, dan is dit, praat ons van 'n hoekom, 'n why doen ons wat ons doen. Hoekom gaan ons kerk toe? Hoekom lees ons Bybel? Hoekom bid ons? Hoekom gee ons 'n tiende? Hoekom is ons betrokke in 'n bediening wat buite ons familie is? Hoekom is ons besig om met die dinge van God? Hoekom leef ons op die manier wat ons leef? And the why must be our defense. Not the what we do. The what we do flows out of the why, but you and I need to know what is the why in us that drives us, and it should be Christ sanctified as Lord. If Christ is Lord, and he's Lord indeed, and he's our reason for existing, then people should see the why. They should see the hope. They should see our faith in God as the foundation of our hope for doing everything that we do. And Paul says, give a defense for the hope that is in you. Is there enough evidence in your heart, in the way you speak, in the way you deal with people, in the love that you have for yourself, for others? Is there something about you that is defensible in a court of law? In other words, there has to be enough evidence for you to be arrested in the first place. And then, do you have a defense for the accusations of the why in your life? Not the what. Not what do you do, but why do you do it? The love of God has set me free. The love of God, through God's grace, I have a faith that gives me peace. because of the peace, because of the being able to do the impossible in impossible situations. The inner joy that gives me strength in times of is why I go to church, why I read my Bible, what's your why? Think about it, and as you do, continue to sanctify, continue to set Christ apart as the Lord, the determiner, the decider, the foundation, the premise out of which you live, as the Lord of your heart and the Lord of your life this Monday. I trust you have a good Monday with Jesus Christ as Lord.